You in agony with your arthritic knee and maybe worried about what the future might hold for you. This is exactly how Martin felt when I first met him. Let's fast forward 7 weeks, and Martin was telling me all about his weekend away with his wife to Blackpool, where he had danced the whole night in Blackpool Tower Ballroom. Or maybe you can identify with Pam, whose arthritic knee had really made her lose her confidence. After 2 weeks, Pam was finding walking and stairs much more comfortable. And 3 months into the programme, she came into clinic absolutely delighted to tell me that she had climbed the stairs one step at a time. First time she'd done that in well over 5 years. If you'd like to find out how they achieve these amazing results, then keep listening for details of my arthritic knee program. And I'm also going to go into more detail about Pam and Martin's journey. So if you or someone you love has an arthritic knee, then keep listening. I don't know about your experience, but most of the people I see in clinic have resided themselves to the fact that they've got an arthritic knee and there's very little that they can do to improve their situation and their pain. It might be that they've tried some painkillers or they're taking painkillers and their function is just gradually getting worse. Maybe you've tried some exercises, a lot of people have, and a lot of people I see in clinic, the exercises has made their pain worse. So you get in this real quandary where you don't really know what to do and you're just kind of waiting for things to get worse to the point where they're bad enough that you go and have surgery on your knee. Well, this does not have to be the case. There's so much you can do for an arthritic knee. And if you get an arthritic knee really strong, really stable, and you offload it, then these knees can significantly reduce in pain and you can make big changes to improve the function of your knee. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. So I'd love to introduce you to Pam. Pam is a delightful lady. You can see by her photo, she's full of life, full of fun, that twinkle in her eye. And she came to see me 3 months ago when she was really, really struggling with her knee. She's had arthritic knees for many years and just kind of got on with it, just really not thinking there was very much she could do about it. But they became significantly worse at the end of last year, to the point where she was struggling to get around. She was really heavily relying on a stick. She lost her confidence. She was walking really short distances. And she told me that she was hauling herself up the stairs. She was dragging herself up with her arms. And yesterday she came back into clinic after just 3 months of doing the program. And she was so excited to tell me that she had climbed the stairs for the first time in well over 5 years, one step at a time, without dragging herself up with her arms. That is such a huge change. And Pam will openly admit, she's nearly 90 years old and she's made such massive changes to her knee, to her function, and to the levels of her pain in such a short space of time. So why don't we have a look at what's involved in the arthritic knee program, which is a program that Pam completed. So in my experience, where people go wrong when it comes to strengthening your knee is that they just dive in too early. You're so enthusiastic, you just want to get this knee strong. But this arthritic knee is sore, it's inflamed, it's really easy to make your symptoms worse. So the way that my program is designed is that it's in 2 stages. So the first stage, we're looking at what we need to do to get this knee settled down. So we're looking at all the things that influence the knee, all the things we can do to help. We look at the use of painkillers, ice, heat, walking aids, whether we should be using knee braces, best footwear, exercise. Exercise is good, but also it can be bad. So what types of exercise we need to be doing? We're looking at what's aggravating your knee, and we're looking at dropping it from your day-to-day life at this stage. We're also looking at maybe if you're gaining a few extra pounds, reducing that and offloading. So all these things we can do to improve the state and the function of the knee. At the same time, we are going to start with some exercises, but these exercises are very specifically chosen to begin to strengthen the knee without aggravating it. And experience is a great thing. And that's what the years of experience just has taught me, what we can do at this stage to get the knee settled down, but also help to increase the strength. So that's stage one. So this is exactly the same program that Pam went away with, and Pam was amazing. She went home, she embraced all the advice, all the exercises, she did everything by the book, crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's. That should have been the other way around, but you know what I mean. And she came into clinic 2 weeks after I first saw her, and she'd made huge differences. So much so, she wrote me a lovely review, and this is what she had to say. So Pam is very typical of most people that follow this program. And after 2 weeks, she'd seen a significant improvement in her pain. And already she was finding day-to-day tasks much easier to do just by following that stage one advice and basic exercises and really getting this knee settled down. So now at this stage of the program, you have already started to see a big improvement in your pain and in the function of your knee. Most people are much more able to go about their daily life with greater ease and less pain. So now that we've got that knee in a happier place and it's much less irritable, now is the time to really start to make those structural changes to the knee and really start to increase the strength and the function of the knee. Now, this is all done with exercise. And because of the way that the exercise plan is designed, it's suitable for all ages and all levels. We start gradually, and you gradually increase at your own pace to whatever level you feel you want to do. So if you're young and you're fit and you are used to exercising, then you can go as far as you want. And if you just want to get back to walking down to the shop to pick up the paper, then again, you can move as far through the program as you like. I am there to guide you every step of the way. I show you the exercises, we do them together, and in no time at all, you will start to see a big improvement in your function. By the end of stage 2, you have a really strong, dependable knee. And in my experience, when you've got a knee that's strong and that's functioning and that's well aligned, then your arthritic knee symptoms significantly reduce. And this is exactly the experience that Pam had. So after 3 months, Pam in clinic yesterday was well chuffed, in her words. And for any of those who are not used to the Yorkshire dialect, well chuffed just means that she's absolutely delighted, and so she should be. She's embraced the program and she has reaped the rewards. Her pain is significantly reduced. Her function is so much better. She no longer relies on a stick. In fact, she's leaving it all over the place, so she tells me. And she's able to get up and down the stairs like this. She's not done that for years. So And this is really just the start. So she's 3 months down the line. My advice to Pam yesterday was to continue with the exercises, to continue doing the program, gradually building it up. And if she continues for the next 3 to 4 months, then she's going to see even more improvements to the function of her knee and reduction in her pain. So there's still more to come for Pam. When I first met Martin, he was really concerned about what the future held for him and his knee. As a self-employed decorator with a family support, his concerns were really understandable. He was struggling at work. His pain and lack of confidence in his knee made moving around, standing on his knee, let alone getting up and down off ladders, really difficult. Martin was desperate to improve his knee pain. In doing so, he started exercising in an attempt to strengthen it. However, like so many people I see, he managed to make his knee much worse. He really flared it up and increased his pain significantly. And this is where so many people go wrong when it comes to exercising with an arthritic knee. The key is to get it settled down first. So it's all about that stage 1 process before moving on to stage 2, where the real strengthening happens. Martin really embraced the program, and it was absolutely lovely catching up with him 7 weeks down the line to hear his story of him and his wife's trip to Blackpool and him dancing all night in no other than the famous Blackpool Tower Ballroom. Now, just like Pam, my advice to Martin was to continue with his program. He still had lots of strengthening to do, and I encouraged him to continue his exercises to really get a strong, dependable knee. So a big shout out, a big thank you to Martin and Pam for allowing me to share their story. It's always really lovely when you can see the benefits that others have got. And they're both great examples of what you can achieve with the correct guidance and support. So I urge you, don't put up with an arthritic knee. You don't have to put up with it. Yes, there's nothing I can do to change or reverse the arthritis, but there's an awful lot you can do to strengthen, support and stabilise and offload that knee so it functions a lot better. So I hope you found that useful. I hope that's given you some inspiration as to what it is that you can achieve when you've got an arthritic knee. It's not just a case of putting up and shutting up and grinning and bearing it until it gets too bad. There are things that you can do to improve your situation. So I urge you to go ahead and make those. So you deserve a pain-free start. You deserve a pain-free knee. And I would love to help you to do that. So check out the programme and I hope to see you there. Take care.